All right, we're here with head coach Jack Owens for our weekly men's basketball press conference. Coach, after a chance to watch some film, what have you guys been working on since the Wright State game?
Just getting better in a lot of areas. Defensively, we had a few breakdowns that are definitely correctable, and obviously blocking out and rebounding was a big factor for us. And just getting back to the basics. I know we lost Bam was a big part of what we do, but at the end of the day, we have to do a better job collectively blocking out, rebounding, and also we can't give up 88 points. That was obviously too many points.
When you went back and watched film, did you learn anything different that you didn't see, during the live game?
Just from the standpoint of rebounding, that was the one glaring area of not just our bigs, but collectively as a team, as a unit, we did not do our jobs. That's even when a big help, a guard has to crack down, or just coming up with loose balls and things like that. That was an area that we just didn't do our jobs. There's just no way around that one. I thought we started the game off well. Obviously, getting up 18-9 and had a 9 to 10 point lead, and Bam does go down, and then everything from a defensive standpoint, I just felt went downhill. And we have to be a better team because injuries happens and things are always going to happen in the game that you have to adjust, and we still have to do our job. But at the end of the day, we started the game off well, and then obviously we fought back in, and it became a one-possession game at the end, and we just didn't finish the game off. And give Wright State credit, they did everything to win the game.
Wright State did most of their damage in the paint, but were you happy with the way your perimeter defense played, or do you think it's still, both that and the paint defense needs to improve?
Yeah, everything needs to improve. We have to get better containing the dribble, ball screen defense, and then at the end of the day, you cannot get beat on the glass and give up 19 offensive rebounds to win a game. And also, we had 14 turnovers. We want to stay 12 and under. That's our goal. And there were some good things. I'm not just going to throw everything out, but at the end of the day, we have to be a much better team and a tougher team when it comes to 50-50 balls and rebounding and just being a tougher team. And that's on me to get them right and get them corrected, and we will. We had a good practice yesterday. We have another practice today, and we'll head over to Fort Wayne to compete for sure.
And then Day Grant, in his first career game in the starting lineup, played a lot of minutes with the first team. He's obviously a talented young guy.
Oh, yeah.
What did he show in practice that kind of gave you the confidence to throw him out there so early?
He was a guy who was going to start the point guard spot before he got injured. This is the most we've been banged up going into a season overall. But he's a kid that's going to play better than what he showed his first game. I truly believe that. But we also have other guys like Mekhi Lowry. He's capable of having nights like that. He's a very talented player. But at the end of the day, Day will be better. There's a few times he didn't stay connected and finish plays off that I think he would definitely do a better job. And then finishing in the paint is his strength, and I know he would do those things.
And then what specific challenges does Purdue Fort Wayne present?
The ability to score the basketball. They're going to want to push the basketball in transition. 1 through 5 have the capability of busting closeouts and finishing in paint and shooting threes. They're a team that's very good on the offensive end that we're going to have to work extremely hard to keep out the paint and keep out the offensive glass, because their last game they out-rebounded Southeast Missouri State in a 1-point loss. But they're a good team. They have a transfer from K-State on the wing. They have a point guard who can work downhill and score the basketball. They're just a good offensive team. It's going to be a great challenge for us, and it's going to take a collective unit of guys doing their jobs on a consistent basis for us to get the win.
The last couple of years, you've had some battles with them. Are you expecting another one this year? And do you kind of see not a rivalry, but I guess a mini rivalry forming with them?
Well, Fort Wayne and Wright State, every game has gone down to the wire. When you're putting a schedule together in November, you want to find out the things you need to work on. So in January and February and March, those things are corrected. So you want to put a schedule together that's going to be challenging, and they challenge us in areas that we have to be really good at if we want to win in our league. And ball screen D and dribble containment, those things we have to continue to get better at. And on the flip side of that, offensively, I think we've taken a huge step in moving the basketball and player and ball movement and those kind of things, but it can't take away from the defensive side, and those are the things we will correct.
And then I know you're focused on Purdue Fort Wayne, but have you looked at Alabama A&M yet?
I just
for
followed
Saturday?
their score. I don't work ahead. My assistants will work ahead, but for the most part, this is a big week. You have, 2 opportunities to improve and get better, and that's the way we're looking at it. But my intentions have all been on Fort Wayne.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.